You are Locked On Nuggets POSTCAST, powered by Mile High Sports, part of Locked On Sports Denver on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Another game, another heartbreaker for the Denver Nuggets, as for now the second game in a row, had the opportunity, did Denver, to go out there, close them out in the fourth quarter, and put this game to bed. And the Denver Nuggets were unable to do so here in Game 5 in Oklahoma City. Your final score, 112-105, as the Oklahoma City Thunder now take their first lead of the series. I'm your host, Aniello Piro. You guys can follow me on social media at Media by AP. Do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button as well. That way you guys never, ever miss an episode of your Locked On Nuggets postcast. We might only have one or two more of these, hopefully more than that. But Denver's going to have to get through the Oklahoma City Thunder if we want to keep the postcast going here, folks. But a disappointing loss tonight for Denver, whichever way you slice it. And tonight's episode of your Locked On Nuggets postcast is brought to you by our friends over at Monarch Money. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONNBA at monarchmoney.com. for 50% off your first year. Damn. They let one get away tonight, folks. They let one get away tonight. There is no other way to slice it. Denver up, late in that game, up in the fourth quarter, get outscored by the Oklahoma City Thunder 34-19. At one point, we were 4 or 5 minutes into the fourth quarter, and Denver had yet to record a bucket. Just a total meltdown from the Nuggets here. Once again, the second game in a row. And if we can look at this a little bit, hindsight 2020, if Denver's able to clamp down the fourth quarter, this series was over tonight. Should have been Nuggets in 5. If they were able to clamp down, hit some shots, play some defense, put the Thunder to bed. And that is, look, I understand that, the Clippers series was fun, and Game 1 was fun against the Thunder, and Game 3 against the Thunder was fun. But there have been signs all season long that this team just doesn't have what it takes to win a championship this year. And again, there's still two, they can win 2 games in a row, and we're on to Minnesota most likely. Oklahoma City's really good, and Oklahoma City's dialed in, and they're not making mistakes right now. And Oklahoma City, 2 games in a row now, has beat Denver at their own game, which is lights bright, pressure cooker, close game in the fourth quarter. These are the scenarios in which Denver typically thrives in, and they have not in the last 2 games.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Came across this post on social media. This is the turning point. Nikola Jokic not resting in the fourth quarter. And I was texting back and forth with some media buddies about, just the game as a whole. And Jokic, do you sit him out to start the fourth because things were going well? He was wet tonight from the field. He hit shot after shot after shot after shot, including that insane pirouette 3-point shot that felt like was going to get Denver back into this basketball game after Oklahoma City went on a run. But here's your turning point. Here's your stat. Here's your metric tonight. The Nuggets have now lost 3 of the last 4 postseason games where Nikola Jokic has not rested in the fourth quarter, despite leading in all but one of those games entering the fourth quarter. Their average losing those quarters is by an average of 10.8 points. Let me say that one more time. This is from Jake Coyne, Coyne, at the Stat Sasquatch on X. The Nuggets have now lost 3 of their last 4 postseason games where Nikola Jokic has not rested in the fourth quarter, despite leading in all but one of those games entering into the fourth quarter. They're losing those quarters by an average of 10.8 points. And I was in real time, I was actually in favor with keeping Jokic in the game, but it was clear a couple of minutes into the fourth quarter that was the wrong decision. I'm not the coach. I'm just sitting here and saying you got to lock in for 12 minutes and get out of this game with a win if you can. And obviously that was not the case tonight. And it seems like the decision not to rest Nikola Jokic and not to rest Jamal Murray, among some other things, Michael Porter Jr. couldn't hit a shot tonight. Russ was not good tonight. There's a lot of other things. Lou Dort heated up at the perfect time. SGA got some foul calls. Chet, Isaiah Hartenstein in and around the basket. It wasn't just that one thing. But once again, Denver in the fourth quarter unable to get the job done. That's where we're at with this team, which to me is the sign of a team that has not just one flaw, but many flaws. That's where we're at right now with this Denver Nuggets team. I tweeted it out at Media by AP. They are a Bruce Brown away. And I know that's a cliche because everyone loves Bruce Brown, and he was so great for Denver in his 1 year here when they won the championship. But they're that type of a guy. And Alex Caruso away. Someone that can come off the bench and give you quality minutes and knock down shots. And Julian Strawther, in his limited playing time tonight, hit a couple big shots tonight for Denver in the first half. But they are one consistent player away. They are one player that you can trust away from being a legitimate championship contender again. That's the reality of the situation. That's where we find ourselves right now with the Denver Nuggets. I see we got a comment here from Chris. MPJ got to go. Look, man, I don't know what the future holds for Michael Porter Jr., and I understand that he's banged up, but he's your third highest paid player tonight. 29 minutes played, 2 points. I believe this is now the third game in this series alone where Michael Porter Jr. has been held to under 10 points in a game. I mean, in 10 points, and I understand, like, to you and me, it's obviously not easy to score 10 points, but when you're a max contract player, the third highest paid player on the roster, I mean, something's got to give, folks. Something's got to give. And so it's a frustrating way to go out. In this game, obviously, series is not over by any stretch of the imagination. Denver can, absolutely, they have the ability to go in back at home in Game 6, win that game, and then it's, anything goes in Game 7. Is Oklahoma City ready for a Game 7? But I think the frustrating part is, like I said to open up the show, this series could have been over. Denver could have been on to the Western Conference Final if they were able to close out games in the fourth quarter. Instead, they're staring elimination in the face. That is where we're at right now, folks. That is where we are at. So let me know how you're feeling out there. Drop some comments. Let me know. Give me your thoughts. Give me your opinions. It's a vent sesh. It's a safe space. So let me know how you guys are feeling out there. I'm going to hit a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue with the conversation. We'll get into some box score, looking at some stats, talking about Joker's awesome night, and getting ready for a now must-win Game 6 for the Denver Nuggets. All that more when we come back right here on your Locked On Nuggets postcast. All right, you guys, let me tell you about our friends over at Monarch Money. Ever check your bank account and wonder, where did all my money go? Between dining out, online shopping, and entertainment, it's easy to lose track. That's where Monarch Money comes in. Your personal CFO giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app, it's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place, so you just stop managing your money and start building wealth. Guys, when I started using Monarch, I realized just how much I was spending on food delivery. Now I budget smarter and save more. Instead of juggling multiple apps, you can use Monarch to check your finances, track spending, and even plan your long-term goals. Managing money with your partner is also smoother than ever. You can track shared and personal accounts, set goals, and stay on the same page without the stress. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money and use code LOCKEDONNBA at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONNBA for half off your first year. Be sure to check out our friends over at Monarch Money and let them know that Locked On Nuggets sent you. And let me also tell you about our friends over at Hungryroot, because everyone in my house always has something going on. I call this the busy season. I don't have a lot of time to go grocery shopping or to cook healthy meals at home. That's why I like to use Hungryroot. Hungryroot is like having your own personal shopper and nutritionist wrapped up into one. They take care of your grocery shopping and meal planning, offering personalized recommendations based on your tastes and health goals. I love how Hungryroot tailors my orders based on what I liked or didn't love. It gets smarter every time. With their high-quality, nutritious food, you can stick to your gut-friendly, high-protein diet without spending hours of planning. The meal comes together in 15 minutes or less, giving you more time for workouts, chilling with your family, or your hobbies. Take advantage of this exclusive deal. Get 40% off your first box, plus a free item in every box for life. Just go to hungryroot.com/LockedOnNBA and use code LockedOnNBA. That's hungryroot.com/LockedOnNBA, code LockedOnNBA for 40% off and a lifetime free item. Be sure to check out our friends over at Hungryroot and let them know that Locked On Nuggets sent you. And let me tell you real quick about our friends over at FanDuel. The NBA playoffs are in full swing, and every night delivers a highlight-worthy performance, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there's never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and live. With player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays, fans have more ways than ever to play smart and win big. Which players are you hoping shows up in big moments? Who do you think is going to hit a big shot? You can get down with our friends over at FanDuel. If you're new to FanDuel, it's the perfect time to sign up. Just head to FanDuel.com and place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Be sure to check out our friends over at FanDuel and let them know that Locked On Nuggets sent you. All right, welcome on back in to your Locked On Nuggets postcast. Yet another frustrating, mind-boggling, maddening loss for the Denver Nuggets. And I don't think that this is just a fatigue thing tonight or just in this series in general. Denver losing tonight to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Your final score, 112-105. Look, credit Oklahoma City, man. Like, I'm not going to sit here and just blame refs and blame foul baiting and this and that. Like, Denver was not good enough down the stretch. They got outscored 34-19 in the fourth quarter. I mean, that's your ball game right there, folks. They came out, played well in the first, outscored OKC by 28-27, same score in the second quarter, so they take a lead in halftime, come out. They won every quarter except the fourth quarter tonight. They outscored the Oklahoma City Thunder 30-24 in the third, and then, of course, 34-19 in favor of OKC in the fourth. And, you know, Jamal and MPJ showed up tonight, or Jamal and Jokic showed up tonight. MPJ did not. Joker, 44, 15, and 5 with 2 steals. Great performance from him. We've been waiting for that all playoffs, and they lost the game. Feels like the regular season right now. Jamal Murray, 28 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 42 minutes played. Good game. You know, not the most efficient shooting, but third quarter there, he was heating up, faded late. And, it's going to come down to the supporting cast. I mean, Aaron Gordon's been great this postseason. He was fine tonight. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal. Like, okay, like, it's fine. Michael Porter Jr., though, man, 29 minutes played, 0 of 5 from 3, 2 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. I mean, look, man, the 2 steals are cool. Grabbed a few rebounds, cool. He needs to score the basketball. Michael Porter Jr. is here to score the basketball and provide spacing on offense, but that spacing isn't as effective if he can't knock down the open shot. And Michael Porter Jr. had multiple opportunities in the clutch, not in the clutch, to heat up tonight, and he was unable to get it going. Call it the shoulder. Call it whatever you want it. The fact of the matter is he is too inconsistent right now for a team to have that has legitimate championship aspirations. And I think Denver internally has championship aspirations, but the reality of Denver being able to reach and seize those aspirations is just they're living on a prayer. Their margin for error is this thin. I say that time and time again. And it's not just Michael Porter Jr. This roster as a whole is flawed. It's not just him. He's obviously a big name that you look at, because he's the highest paid or the third highest paid player on the team, guy that helped win you a championship, fan favorite, been through a lot on and off the court. But I mean, it's just brutal. And again, this series isn't done. Michael Porter Jr., for all we know, can come out big time in game 6 and show up and helps them win the game. But again, when you have a 68-win Oklahoma City Thunder team on the ropes, you were up 2-1. You had game 4 in your building, you could have beat them. You go back to Oklahoma City game 5, tied 2-2, you could have beat them. And the fact that you blow 2 games in the fourth quarter, I mean, it's frustrating, but I think it speaks to the bigger picture and the flaws that lie within this Denver Nuggets roster. I think that's what it says. I mean, the bench tonight, you didn't get much. Russ was not good at all. 4 points for Russ, 0 of 3 from 3, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. I mean, Strother, like I said in the first half there, gave you a nice 3-point shot, which you needed. Peyton Watson, he's Peyton Watson, right? We kind of know at this stage in his career what he is. He could develop into something great, but he's just not that type of player, not a championship player right now. Nothing personal. That's just the fact of the matter. I mean, they have 4 championship caliber players. 3 that you can bank on a game in and game out. Well, I can't even say game in and game out, but 3 players that you should be able to bank on a regular occasion. Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, and then Christian Brown floats in the in-between. But also Christian Brown is, the same tenured in the league as Peyton Watson. So again, we can have that bigger picture conversation whenever the season does end. Hopefully it's not until they win the NBA Finals. And if they want to win the NBA Finals, they've got to win their next 2 games. And sometimes the Nuggets play their best when their backs are against the wall. Well, now their backs are against the wall. they're going to have to go out there and they're going to have to show out 2 games in a row. They're going to have the home court advantage, or, the home court on their side in game 6. Place is going to be rocking. I've been at every home playoff game this playoffs. Place is off the charts. So you got to focus on getting 6, and then it's a coin flip. Anything can happen in 7. That's where we're at. Tough one, folks. Tough one. 112-105, your final score. I think I hit it all from the Nuggets perspective. I mean, SGA tonight, 31 points. Chet, 14. J-Dub, 18. Lou Dort, cold to start the game, finished hot. He finishes with 12, 4 of 8 from 3, but 2 of those 3-pointers there late in the game really, really shifted this game in favor of Oklahoma City. So it is what it is. All right, that's going to do it for me tonight, folks. Do me a favor on your way out. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. That way you guys never, ever miss an episode of your Locked On Nuggets postcast. We're on to Game 6 as Denver loses Game 5 to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Your final score, 112-105. Rest, recharge. Talk to you guys on Thursday.